Leslie Jones adored the 90s version of Supermarket Sweep, a game show that featured contestants careening shopping carts in a mad dash for groceries and, ultimately, cash prizes. So the five-season Saturday Night Live veteran is living her dream, producing and hosting ABC's brightly colored, action-packed remake, premiering Sunday, ATDT/PDT. I just love the whole game. And I had a mission of winning that $5,000 grand prize. Back in the day, $5,000 was a lot of money. Now, I didn't know the taxes involved and I probably would have walked away with, like, $16.62, but I still wanted to win that money, says Jones. It was just such an exciting show. The latest version of a format introduced on ABC in 1965 features a bigger prize, up to $100,000, as Jones teases and then quizzes three duos on their shopping knowledge before they grab as much high-priced food as they can on a supermarket set constructed in an airport hangar. Health and safety protocols, testing, masks and social distancing were followed as production took place last summer during the pandemic. I tried to make it look like a normal supermarket, like maybe a Ralph's and a Whole Foods mixed together. So regular people can go, but bougie people are going to go, too, Jones says. The comedian, 53, who starred in 2016's Ghostbusters and will be seen in Coming to America, talked to USA Today about grocery shopping. Pandemic advice for the president and leaving SNL. Is sweep a fantasy, especially in the pandemic, since there are no masks and people can run around without social distancing? Leslie Jones, yeah, but isn't TV supposed to be fantasy? It's escapism. It's escaping to have joy. Hey, you guys, we'll probably get back to normal, but let's escape for an hour and watch some insane people run through the store and win real money and change their life and watch me make fun of them. Fans love when you live, tweet the Olympics. Do you plan to live? Tweet sweep. Jones, I hadn't planned on live, tweeting supermarket sweep, but that's not a bad idea to maybe live, tweet the first hour. I'll do that for you, Bill. After instituting strict health and safety protocols on the set of Sweep, do you have advice for the White House, since it's a hotspot for COVID-19 infections? Jones, oh, baby. Do we have an hour? The compliance nurse that was on our set the day I got there gave us this big safety talk. After she finished explaining everything, I was kind of mad, because if this lady was on television, we would have made it through the pandemic. It was so simple as washing your hands, staying 6 feet apart, wearing your mask. I hope I don't get in trouble, but this is what I'm going to say. Trump could have came out on the better side of this. Only thing that he had to do was just be that person that goes, hey, you guys, let's wear our masks. He could have did all the other crazy stuff and been a hero. People would have been like, dang, you know what? That man is looking out for us. Hess our president. And Hess letting us know that this is up. How has the pandemic affected stand-up comedy? Jones, when 9/11 happened and people couldn't fly, that devastated comedians. We couldn't go to gigs anymore. This is even worse. What else is comedy but a small room with a bunch of people packed in it, breathing the same air? A lot of comedians are suffering right now. It's hard not being able to go out, but a lot of them are finding ways to make it happen. They have outside shows. You have clubs that do like 10 people in the room for social distance. People are doing online shows. You find a way to adjust. But it's hard. This is your second season away from SNL. Do you miss it? Jones, no, I do not. I'm so sorry. I know that would be terrible for me to just say it like that. Of course, I learned a lot at SNL. I love what I learned there, but I was 47. That's a hard job. It's very restrictive. Now I'm free and y'all can really see Leslie. You can see what Leslie can do. What I learned there is great, but I don't miss the 100 hours a week. I don't miss them cold nights. I do not miss that. I miss Kenan Thompson, though. I miss Kenan so much. Leaving probably put a strain on your connection with Kyle Mooney. They had an intense but fictitious relationship on SNL, Jones, yes. Oh, poor Kyle. Hess always awkward, anyway. What's so weird is, until the last season I didn't know he had an Anita Baker thing. Our whole relationship changed when he told me he loved Anita Baker. We were inseparable after that. Do you go to the supermarket these days? Jones, since I'm back in LA, yes. Because I love Ralph's. That's where I go. The cooked food section. But there's another one out here in LA called Erewhon. It's like a man hair, bun, type place. But I really like the hot food section. Is grocery shopping a different experience during the pandemic? Jones: It is, because everybody walks around with that mask. But for me, it's cool, because don't nobody know me. I have on the cap and a mask, so I can just grocery shop.